Order, order. The Chancellor of the Exchequer.
Mr. Speaker, in this budget I will continue my policy of raising taxes without people noticing, while paying them back in credits that they can't work out how to claim. Is that clear? Good. I'm sorry to sound so complicated, but it's the only way that I can hide these things. Mr. Speaker, I do not intend to mislead or deceive you any more than is strictly necessary to achieve my targets. My government, just getting used to that phrase, my government is to reduce corporation tax by 2 pence in the pound for large businesses, while increasing tax by 3 pence in the pound for small businesses. To compensate for this, we are introducing measures to make it simpler to file for insolvency. You will be pleased to hear that I am aligning national insurance with the higher rate of tax. You will be less pleased to hear that if you earn over £33,000 a year, you will now pay national insurance at 11% over that amount, instead of the current 1%, another £1.5 billion to me. Ka-ching! Another volunteer from the audience. For my next trick, I'm raising the level at which people have to pay the higher rate of tax from £38,000 to £43,000, but not until 2009. And as I've just said, I've aligned the national insurance with that threshold, so I'm taking 10% of the difference back straight away. Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, there has been disappointing progress on our green agenda. In particular, there are still very few houses which are deemed to be carbon neutral. I will therefore apply zero stamp duty to these houses. No great loss. In the meantime, my government will keep stamp duty at the current level, thus ensuring our income increases in line with the rate of house price rises. I'm increasing government spending by £30 billion over the next 3 years, which I know you will agree is a huge sum, although slightly less huge than the amount the economy grows by anyway. And using the same calculations as I used to attack Tory spending plans at the last election, I am, Mr. Speaker, in fact, cutting spending by around £10 billion. OK, now I've bored you to death, it's time to slip in a few things below the radar. We will be scrapping the tax on single-purpose foreign property companies, thus enabling the rich, the super-rich and the plain, humble, everyday millionaire with the odd house in the south of France to avoid the iniquity of paying tax on them. What's more, we'll apply it retrospectively. I know I didn't want to, but Tony's mates insisted on it. We will also continue to flog off more of the family silver, including Chelsea Barracks. Why not? The army are hardly ever there. And anything else left in the kitty. Current estimates being around £48 billion. So watch out, BBC. Gordon's coming at you. I shall be increasing the amount that people can put into tax-free cash ISAs from £3,000 to £3,600. To normal taxpayers, this will be worth a massive £6,000 over 1,000 years, or £6 a year. And finally, Mr. Speaker, I'm cutting the basic rate of income tax from 22 pence to 20 pence in the pound. But I am also abandoning the 10 pence starter rate of income tax. This will all but make up for the cost of the cut in the basic rate. In conclusion, this budget may look like a massive giveaway, but be assured, every penny that I give away, I will find a way of clawing back. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, it is as you were, class dismissed. Any questions to be directed to the next bloke. This is a budget that will benefit the average Chancellor, married, with 2 children, with hopes of promotion. and I commend it to the House.